Welcome to session 2 that is dedicated to elevate, embrace, and celebrate the unique opportunity that's called your online presence. And if you are my fellow teacher, my fellow leader, energy healer, conscious entrepreneur, you and I get to elevate our online presence because everyone is online right now. Unless you've been hiding under the rock, entire world became virtual in the last 2 years, right? So Zoom is not going anywhere. Live video is not going anywhere. It's only going to become stronger and more of a common sense and the common way that people connect. Medical appointments are being done over video. Online dating is a reality, right? Online coaching. So if you and I just meet for the very first time, my name is Katerina Satori. I am a coach, a mentor, a teacher, and online entrepreneur. I love working with leaders and helping them become a more effective coaches and mentors. And I love working with coaches to help them rise in their leadership, because visibility is leadership. Visibility is leadership. The first idea to jot down: when you are visible, you lead. You lead with your voice, you lead with your energy, you lead with how deeply you care, right? Visibility is leadership. And I just recently attended a 3-day coaching summit with one of my role models, Brendon Bouchard. Brendon Bouchard impacted my life so deeply. And how did I discover him? On a video. I watched one of his free trainings about how successful people schedule their day. And that one training, I connected to his energy, connected to his care, and I became his student. That our student relationship have been for the last 11 years, right? I would never discover his genius and his frameworks and his energy if he would be hiding under the rock, right? And not being visible on camera. So today I'm going to share with you how I have built my entire business, a very successful and fulfilling career, right? To me, this is not a machine. This is a life path. This is a career, and how it happens seemingly accidentally, just spontaneously, right? So we do a little bit of storytelling today, and I'm going to offer you 3 key ideas. 3 key ideas how you, beloved, can use the very powerful method of a video of sharing what you take a stand for, sharing the ideas that you believe that needs to be spread, and also bring an awareness to your community around how you serve, who you work with, and how people can hire you, right? So the elevate of your presence, online presence. Another key idea I'd like to share with you is how do we become omnipresent online, right? How do we use our time strategically? How do we repurpose the content? All of that is in today's sessions. I hope you're excited. And why did we go cosmically yesterday? Why was it so important for us to zoom out and to remember ourselves as literally a cosmic self? Every single one of us has a cosmic self, your higher self. Because when we cultivate that connection with our cosmic selves, we are not that easily knocked down from our center, right? We stay connected to that higher self, that cosmic self that is informing you through inspiration, through visions, through creative ideas. And when we cultivate that relationship, remembering that we are a field of information, a field of energy, we are the sacred geometry in motion, We begin to see our reality from a completely different vantage point. We take different actions, right? We tap into this immense sense of power that regenerates, renews, and elevates us. So every single one of my students, clients, people who join my community have discovered my work via video. The number one question I like to ask when somebody is coming to me and I say, how did you find me? In what ways have our paths crossed? And they always tell me, I saw you on a live stream, I watched your video, I was attending one of your events, right? So this is something that is reality of today's world. The future of coaching is you on a video, right? And the way you become good at video is by getting yourself out there and not just randomly chatting on the video, right? That is already the thing of the past. If in the past, people would be more forgiving and giving their attention to you, right? Just listening to you or me ramble without any intentionality behind what we share. Right now, things are radically different. People's attention span is much, much shorter than in the last, let's say, 5 or even 2 years, which is, how can we see a gift in that? We can see it as an obstacle or we can see it as a gift. And the gift that I see is that it challenges us to become better at communication, to become more effective at communication, to actually prepare what are we going to deliver in a segment of our online presence, of our teaching, right? And then also it teaches us that every different platform that we are going to step on, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Zoom, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, each platform has its own magic, has its own mechanism that it's time for all of us to discover and to learn and to know, okay, this platform has this opportunity, that platform has this opportunity, right? And really becoming omnipresent. This is the standard that I challenge all of my students and clients to rise. You know, how do you intelligently and strategically spread your message across all platforms? Okay, are you with me? 111 right now, beloveds. Why is it important? Because, you know, my very first video I have published in the year 2011, so that's 11 years ago. I picked up a camera, right? There was no live streams available at that time. There was just camera, right? So I turned on the camera and I had no intention of building a business or find the client or anything like that. You know, my intention was, I have something so important to share that I have discovered that literally saved my life. You know, at that time, back in 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I was going through, yet another dark night of the soul. And my body was collapsing and I was hitting the wall in my ability to think clearly and just to get through the day. So it was a dark night of the soul and a wounded healer experience where I was looking for solutions, and mysteriously or magically was guided to this solution that's called, you know, eat alive foods and juice and drink green juices and cleanse your body and you will feel better. So once I created that change within my own vitality and my own health, I just could not be selfish about the knowledge that I've discovered. So my motivation of getting online was, oh my God, I'm sitting on this life-changing information that I personally went through and discovered and created this drastic improvement of my health. It is selfish to sit on information that can change people's lives. So I turned on the camera, and, you know, in the very authentic way, I said something like this: "Hi, everyone. My name is Katerina. I've been struggling with my health lately, and, literally spending days in bed and trying just to get through my day. And I've discovered that juicing really helps. And I'm just going to share a juice recipe with you. This is how everything started." Why I'm telling you this story? Because if you remember yourself as an energy and information and motion, your motive of why you start something deeply matters. If we start our online presence out of the survival or being cornered, right, in our life and just trying to make a quick buck, so many people who follow that energy quickly realize that that is not a sustainable energy to carry, right? The most sustainable energy is the energy of the heart and the energy of the vision, and sharing something that you deeply, deeply matters to you. So sharing something that you discovered a piece of knowledge, information, a set of tools, an ability to breathe in a new way. And you turn on the camera because you understand the power of what you're about to share. I see so many people right now. I'm just going to give a big shout out to everybody in my community who shares with people how to breathe in a new way. If you are a breath worker who's here to share with people how to breathe in a new way, I hope you never forget what a powerful medicine that you bring to your community. Because when people don't know how to breathe correctly, they don't know how to live correctly. And we have a society that is so just deep in an anxiety about tomorrow because they don't know the power of living in the presence. If you are my fellow energy healer and you've discovered the tools of how other people can self-heal, how they can unlock, how they turn their wounds into wisdom, I hope you never forget the power of the work and the power of the mission that you're here to fulfill. If you're here, my fellow teacher, who is here to bring education for others, how to unlock their power, how to build their sovereign lives, I hope you will never forget the sacredness of your assignment, because education is the way we transform the society, right? And the way we share the sacred information and sacred knowledge is by choosing to see the power of the video. And there is 3 elements to it, beloveds. 3 elements. I see my Facebook community over here, and I love that I'm here with you on a Zoom, because I know it can be scary. I know being on the camera, I know it brings up all of your insecurities, whether you're in a female body or on the male body. We humans can so easily lose focus on what matters. And if you have not done the deep work of analyzing where the critical voice is coming from, that's what really stopping you from creating what you truly desire. There comes a time of maturation of our consciousness where you and I just must say to ourselves, I am done listening to the story that my face doesn't look all right, my voice doesn't look all right. The only way you can overcome and transcend those stories is by learning to silence the critic. That's the part of the self-mastery, right? That's a part of self-mastery. Get yourself a coach, get yourself a therapist to really work through that stuff. If you don't, you're not going to move forward in a very powerful way in the time of digital economy, digital creative space, right? But for me, darlings, whether I work with my transforming my body, transforming my relationship, or transforming my ability to increase my revenue. I always have this very honest self-talk. And I say, Katerina, you have two choices. You can keep listening to the voice that tells you that you're not enough, that you're not good enough, or you can focus on the message. And when you focus on the message and focus on, I have something really life-changing to offer with my community. And I lead with my message, and I lead with my energy, and I lead with my devotion. And that is what people feel. And there's going to be days where the lighting is great and my hair is decent, and I just, feel attractive to myself. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for those days. But there will be days when none of that is present, and I still get to show up, because if I am here on the path of leadership, I focus on the message. Because, everything external is very impermanent. The process of aging is real. We're all going to change the way we look, the way we sound. But what is not going to change is the energy and devotion and the quality of your presence that you bring to your community. When you focus on that, you focus on something that truly, truly matters. 19 minutes. Are you excited about elevating your online presence in 2023? Are you excited to let go of the story? Whatever the story is. If you don't like the sound of your voice, you can change that. You can remember that your voice is an instrument. And most of us start our online speaking with a voice that is not even our own. And the only way you can discover your true voice is by expressing and opening your voice. And then taking the next step of actually listening to the sound of your voice and analyzing it. Not from the place of criticism, but objectivity. The very first time I heard the recording of my voice, I was in shock. It was so high up. It wasn't coming from the body. It wasn't coming from the center of my true soul essence. It was coming from my mind, right? It was coming from the intellect. And it sounded really, really high, right? So if you dare to listen to your voice, you're going to start noticing distinctions. What your voice sound like when you are truly present. What your voice sound like when you are in fear, when you're anxious, when you're worried, when you're trying so hard to impress, right? The only reason I can tell you this is because I have spent hours and days and weeks watching every live stream that I've delivered, right? It's not just enough to go live and then publish it and never see it again. If you really want growth, you get to watch your expression and get a feedback first from your own self, and then from a qualified mentor, an expert, or a coach who can offer you a loving feedback, right? A loving feedback that says, you know what? In that video, I really felt your soul. Wow, it really moved me. The only thing that I would suggest for you is to just refine your beginning, refine your ending. Let's move the transition. So let's do this again. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Where would you be in your ability to influence your community if you dedicated a very specific time and focus in refining your expression? I don't consider myself fully masterful in this. I am considering myself being deeply devoted in becoming the most effective communicator on a video that I can be. And that means daily practice, daily practice, daily practice. 3 key ideas that I wanted to share with you, beloveds. But before I go, are you resonating with this? Are you feeling on fire? Are you feeling on fire? Let me know in the comments. Total resonance, right? Total resonance. Because remember, The video is an amplifier, beloveds. It's an amplifier. You know, if you see that video, your confidence on camera, this whole journey of becoming confident on the camera. When you become confident on camera, you become confident in all other areas of your life. You become a confident communicator. And that is the skill that will stay with you for the rest of your life. So isn't it worth it to invest the time to really unlock that code of persuasion, of authentic influence, right? Why is it important for somebody who considers herself or himself a visionary? Because if we do not know or don't have the skill how to inspire others to join our vision, we're not going to fulfill our true life assignment. It's easy to get frustrated in this process. It's easy to say, you know what? I am just so far ahead of my time. People just don't get the essence of what I'm here to bring. It's a lazy stand to take. A more empowered stand to take. I have a very powerful vision that I deeply believe in, and it's my sacred job to find a way to inspire people to join the vision, because I know this vision is not for me alone to fulfill. It's impossible for one person. But when I find my kindred souls and I find the way to speak into the depths of their soul, they're going to join the vision and we're going to create it together, right? Really powerful stance to be in. All right, here I am. Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, people are here in the group. Beloveds, let's take a look at just 3 key ideas. I want to ground this into a very practical training for you, right? Practical. The very first idea, they all start on C, like these 3 words that all start on the letter C. The very first one is for you to elevate your online presence in 2023, which is elevation of your personal brand, is for you to find a content rhythm that really works for you. This is idea from my mentor, Brendon Bouchard. He teaches this over and over again, and I really love that idea because a content rhythm is a beautiful, delicious, devotional discipline to being consistently of service to your community, right? Consistently of service. It's you being led by generosity. Generosity is one of the most powerful business strategies that will be effective in any economy, right? Generosity, content rhythm. So what is it going to be for you? What is it going to be for you? A lot of times I challenge my student and clients to choose a day in a week where they are going to bring a high quality transmission or a content teaching, right? That people can begin to associate, okay, on the Monday, this person goes live. On a Tuesday, they deliver this. On a Wednesday, they deliver that. It's very, very powerful, but something that has to come out weekly, that is high quality, that you could easily charge for, right? Especially when you focus on expanding your influence, expanding your brand, every single week, high quality transmission, right? That's something that you could easily charge for. My content rhythm that every month, there is some sort of an event that I host online, unless I'm on sabbatical, every month something is happening, right? So if you were at my November event, was it November? October was Teach and Prosper that I was hosting over 4 days. So quantum visioning is my December event. Something really delicious is coming to you in January. So there is a certain structure to my content, a certain rhythm. If you are just beginning on your path, right, of being consistently visible, I just encourage you to embrace a live video. The sooner you get on the live video, the sooner the sooner you start getting your bearings, right? There is no way to make it less scary for you, right? You just see yourself. This is a camera. This is a medium of connection. And a live video is one of the most incredible tools that you have at your disposal, that is free, that is available to you any moment of the day, right? And you turn on the camera and it's simply a conversation that you have with your listeners. And if nobody is joining and you are there on the live video and nobody is joining your video, your ability to stay playful and present is what's going to change everything for you. Because listen, all of us start with 0 people watching our videos, 0 engagement, 0 fans, 0 community, right? We all start there. But what sets apart people who quickly and consistently grow, right, from those who never have any traction? The second word, consistency. Consistency, beloveds. If I ever want to be a queen of anything, I'm just going to take a stand of being a queen of consistency, because this is a magical, magical key to everything you desire, right? It's just like in fitness. If we work out once a week, we're not going to see any results. So if you show up for your community once a week, you're not going to see results that you really, really want. I take a stand, show up for your community every single day, every single day. Take your breaks, right? Decide what nourishes you. But really, is it really that much to ask to show up on a video once a day? Come on. If this is your career, if this is your passion, if this is your work, you will look forward for an opportunity to refine your expression, get more clear with your message, and to connect with your audience, right? To connect with your audience, with your community, consistently, beloveds. And you, sometimes people come to me and they say, Katerina, I have this big vision of speaking on stages. I see myself speaking to hundreds of people on stages. And I say, darling, love this vision, but let me see the last 20 live streams that you have done in the last 3 months. Where are they? Because it's easier. It's sometimes we can set ourselves up for this failure. It's much easier to have something as a dream far, far, far away. One day I will be on stages with hundreds of people. And you know, it's sometimes we are so in love with an idea that we never turn it into reality. The objective guidance that I offer to anybody who will listen, in order for you to actualize your dream of speaking on stages, step on a virtual stage first at the comfort of your home, but turn it into your art. Turn it into your art. Every live stream, an art. Set the stage, center yourself, meditate, do breath work, attune to your heart so people can feel your essence. If you're able to transfer your essence on a video, beloveds, your opportunities, you know, your dream opportunities. I was invited to speak in front of 30 most extraordinary CEOs last year. And I was invited to bring teachings on the heart wisdom. This is like a mystic dream come true. They say, come to us. We have a group of extraordinary CEOs, and they yearn to hear how to open their hearts. The person who invited me discovered me how? On a live stream, not just one, but he was tuning into live stream after live stream, checking out my energy, checking out the transmission that's coming through. And then he invited me for lunch. We met for lunch. He says, Katerina, would like to offer you this opportunity if you'd like to come and be one of our speakers as a paid speaker and a beautiful event, right? These opportunities will not come to us if we shy away from consistency. It's time, beloveds. Opportunities are created at a higher level of awareness. Opportunities are created just as obstacles are created by ourselves in order for us to discover the new level of power, the new level of courage, and the new level of leadership. The last word that will change how your online presence is the next year is this: connection. Connection. Why live videos are so transformative? Because you have an opportunity to really connect with those people with whom you have on a soul level, soul contracts. You're not here for everybody, my love. Please, please remember, you're not here for everybody. I am not here for everybody. And the faster we come into peace with that fact, the sooner we come into this liberating clarity that you are here for your soul group, that you are mysteriously connected to. I cannot reach your soul group. Only you can reach your soul group. And if you're here for a purpose, if you're here to be an agent of change, an agent of transformation, that you can rest in peace. That if you show up in your consistency, in your connection, in your authenticity, sharing your story, sharing something that you have overcome, sharing content from the place of generosity, becoming really creative, right? About what would I share? How I would educate, empower, and entertain my audience today, my community today. You have an opportunity to reach your soul group. Wow, so powerful. Who are the soul group, you may ask? People who, when they get in your presence, you feel familiar to them. They feel at ease with you. And it's really easy for you to see them and their gifts, whether you teach them how to breathe correctly, how to still their mind, how to turn their wounds into wisdom. These are your soul group. And you have a great opportunity to reach them. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, beloveds, because I'm going to dive just a little bit longer. Today's session is a little bit longer about how to overcome those limiting thoughts. Limited thoughts. Okay. I'm here with you. Okay, we're still going. Perfect. Soul contracts, limiting beliefs, beloveds. Limiting beliefs. You know, what if your visibility on camera is another form of practicing true self-love? What if it's an opportunity for you to practice authentic self-acceptance? What if every time you watch the video or you replay your live stream, your opportunity to really transmute that inner critic into inner ally? It all depends on how you're going to see this process. If you're going to bring resistance and struggle and, energy, I got to show up on a live today, that energy will not create magic. The reason people will engage with our content, will be drawn to our light, is because our light is luminous. Our light comes straight from our heart. And we bring this energy of willingness, energy of curiosity, energy of Oh my God, the possibility of turning on a video and here's my voice traveling through the quantum space, reaching my soul group. And every time I publish a video on YouTube, it becomes a message in a bottle, right? It becomes immortal in a way. We live in a world where you can weave your digital legacy, where you can package your knowledge, where you can create your body of work. You can influence for positive change. It's all up to you, but it all depends on the energy you decide to bring to every single online appearance of yours. Sloppy energy creates sloppy results. Turn it into art. Don't seek motivation. Become an inspiration. Turn it into art. Every live video, you become a more effective communicator, a more inspiring storyteller. And a space for people to remember who they are and to navigate their reality with a new sense of joy and clarity. These are the possibilities, my friends. These are the possibilities. I know and I have clarity of what I desire to do next year. It's all about elevation. You know, there is no social platform that I'm not willing to master. Each one has a particular gift, right? YouTube. Oh, YouTube is a message in a bottle. When you publish something on YouTube, sometimes I have people finding videos that I've published 6 years ago on YouTube. And some part of me that wants to delete them, you know, because, oh, maybe some part of myself thinks, oh, you don't look that attractive in that video. I have that voice, trust me. And you know what? You've been using those old fillers in that video, and you can deliver this message better. So I just don't listen to the voices that I hear, you know, that are basically constricted voices. I only listen to the thoughts that inspire me to play a bigger game in this life, in this quantum reality, right? If this is a giant cosmic movie, if this is divine play, why not? Why not to open your expression in 2023? But you don't have to stay, you don't have to wait for 2023 to open your expression, to open your channel, and to discover what are you truly capable of in a time of great opportunity, right? And then all the short versions, if you don't know how to do a reel, whether it's on TikTok or short on YouTube, on Instagram, it's time to get that handle, my friend, because people do consume shorter content right now. Why is it a blessing? Why is it not a burden? It's a blessing because it will train you to be concise in your expression. Maybe in the future, you will be invited to speak at your local TV station or a radio station, where under the pressure of those lights, under the pressure of somebody interviewing you, you get to express your purpose, your mission, how you help people in 2 minutes, or maybe 90 minutes or 60 seconds. Everything is here to prepare you for your next stage. Are you seeing the opportunities? That is my message today. To elevate your online presence, not from a place of struggle or resistance, right? Or the holding on to the stories, but from the place of dynamic enthusiasm. Here's an opportunity for me, right? And in this moment, beloveds, I wanted to plant the seed because the last 2 weeks of this year, I am holding in my heart and in my soul this very unique opportunity. And it's unique opportunity because starting this year, I do not train or coach or mentor private clients on growth of their business. My private clients come to me, they're already at 7, 8-figure level, and they run big organizations. They're CEOs and the founders, and they are looking for support in inner alignment and an inner mastery, right? So then I decided to open up a group experience, a sort of like a business academy, metaphysical business academy, that I call Visionary Mastermind. So if you ever had this calling to receive my support on the level of business, on the level of leadership, on the level of confidence on camera, expression, ability to lead events, whether it's virtual or in person, the only way to receive that level of support through me is at my mastermind. And I've been planting seeds here and there, but today I'd like to really take the time to introduce the opportunity for you. You will see it being highlighted in the group and in my social media channels, but I really wanted to share with you my why behind it, because nothing makes me sadder when I see people who don't actualize their visions. They have a powerful vision, but they don't have the skills or confidence to actualize it, right? Every successful visionary has developed a very particular set of skills. And it's an ability to speak powerfully, to speak clearly, to speak with enthusiasm and dynamism, an ability to sell, right? Sell her or his services, to sell a vision, right? We all sell to each other every single day. We're either being sold on a limited reality that we choose to stay in, right? Or we sell ourselves on the possibility of much bigger and bolder future. And the third skill is ability to serve, ability to elevate the value and the quality of what we bring to the world. So Visionary Mastermind is for you if you desire to play a much, much bigger level, and if you desire to bring a bigger voice, a bigger expression, and a bigger service to the world. And if you ever resonated with my style of approaching business, to me, everything in my business is centered around service. Service is at the center of everything I do. We are not here to serve profit. Profit and the revenue and abundant lifestyle is a default, as a natural result of the service we bring to the world. So this is my key fundamental business value, is service as at the center of everything we do. So I wanted to show you what is being delivered on the level of tangible components of this incredible community that I'm weaving. So far, we have a community of visionary women, priestesses, speakers, authors, teachers, coaches, coming together because they know the power of moving to the next level together, and the power of receiving ongoing feedback and refinement from a mentor they resonate with. So I'm going to open up a page right now and show you what is being delivered in the mastermind. We have 2 more weeks of the doors are open, and you can join it if this is for you. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So before, so it's on the page on my website. It's called Visionary Leadership Mastermind. This is a community that we are going to be together for entire year. Where would you be if you had support for entire year? We're going to have a sabbatical that is 1 month long in August. And this is for people who you've been in business, you've been coaching or mentoring or leading your community for minimum 2 or 3 years. This is not a community if you're just beginning your journey. It's going to be simply too advanced and too fast for you. and I don't want you to get overwhelmed, right? This is for you if you took yourself as far as possible on your own. And now you know you get to receive support to refine your message, to refine your communication, to refine your ability to speak, your ability to sell, and ability to lead in the new way. So these are the components of what's coming in a very tangible way. I'm going to show it to you right here, and then you can read this in by yourself. But the first thing that is included in this mastermind is my signature curriculum of Codify Your Wisdom. And why I put it into the mastermind is because to package our knowledge into digital assets is a sign of being prepared for the future. I train my students and clients to really think in terms of how many digital assets do you have right now, and creating them and turning anything you do into a digital asset that you can turn into money. Literally the ability to manifest money out of what looks like thin air, but it's actually you strategically packaging what you know into an asset that you can sell and you can promote. Everybody will receive a training on online launch strategies. When we learn how to not only create something of value, but how to promote it and strategically market it and how to deliver it, we unlock a whole next level of power. The next piece that I'm bringing in this mastermind is camera confidence and conversion. Literally receiving a feedback from me on your live streams, on your video sales letters, and your ability to present your message and your offering on the camera. This is a crucial training that I decided to weave as a part of my mastermind. I also train all of my mastermind clients in the art of delivering your work via a webinar. A webinar has been a crucial skill for me to present my philosophy for success, the valuable content that people love via webinar. A webinar is a strategy that is absolutely solid. And when we transform our fear or uncertainty about that approach and really step into, this is an incredible tool that I can master to deliver my work, things begin to shift in your life. When you learn to sell through a webinar or through online launch, it's an incredible sense of empowerment in your business. What else I prepared for you over here? Of course, passive income. How do you create a very specific passive income funnels in your business? A whole training on that. I'm going to reveal my 6-figure retreat blueprint, one of the biggest breakthroughs in my own business when I start delivering high-end premium retreats. And there is a process in order how to sell that kind of offering and how to make it profitable for you. Then I'm also going to bring my strategy, mindset, and the process of how to work with high-profile clients. How do you structure an offer that would be appealing to a CEO, to a high-profile client? All of these business components is what people come to me and they say, Katerina, how do I do this? How do I create this? How do I put these very important pieces in my business? But this is not just it, beloveds, because if I just give you strategy, but if I don't help you align internally from the place of sense of worthiness or confidence, or truly seeing yourself as fully ready to play at this higher level in your business and your leadership, then strategy alone is not enough. This is why I begin my mastermind with 2-day in-person business training where you and I can meet, where you can feel my energy, I can feel your energy, I can give you a very specific guidance and coaching on helping you see the gifts that you bring and helping you see the blind spots where you're losing your power. 2-day event is going to happen in California, January 10th through 11th. And so this is a really powerful program. When I assign the value to everything that comes in this process, in this community that I'm leading, it came out to around $33,000. I am offering an incredible introductory investment for this mastermind that will change on January 1st. So on January 1st, this introductory price will be gone. This is why I'm so passionate of letting everybody in my community know about this opportunity. The mastermind is offered before January at $15,000. That's it, $15,000. You can break it into 11 payments of $1,500. You can pay the full payment of $15,000. And if you'd like some additional support, my company provides a third-party funding. If you qualify, you can apply for a third-party funding for this full amount, and your payments will be as low as $500 and $50 a month. I don't know another high-level business academy who offers this level of funding and this level of opportunities. And starting on January 1st, I'm going to price this mastermind at $24,000. I really feel this is a real value of that. And I wanted to offer something of this nature to my community because I do not take one-on-one clients on business level any longer. I feel the level of impact that I can really bring to anybody who wants to study and be supported on the business level of embodiment with me is this realization that you need community. When you leap on your next level of business growth, whether you are going to your high 6 figures or you're going to 7 figures or beyond, what really is important is an ongoing support and ongoing community and ongoing refinement. If you become a member of my mastermind, you will be challenged not only create your signature webinar, but also to deliver it in front of the group. If this scares you, great. You want to be a little bit scared when you're joining a particular business training because you want to be challenged into the next level of group. There's going to be no passivity in this container. Active, dynamic, experiential learning. But you also will feel nourished. You will feel supported. You will feel seen. This is the energy, right? It's a metaphysical business and leadership mastermind. That's the energy. That's the energy. And if you're already running a company and maybe you have a business that is not online yet, but you have some kind of a business that you work with people one-on-one, you definitely want to be a part of this training because everything I bring is how do you position yourself strong online? How do you lead with a new level of confidence, new level of courage, and a new level of devotion? Yes. So if you desire to explore this, you will see a link. Either I will post a link in our group, in our Facebook group, or you will receive the link in the email follow-up. Or if you can't wait for any of that, just go to my website and see a link. Programs, and the mastermind is right there. It will be a great opportunity to journey with you, beloveds. Every year I say, I don't know if I ever lead a mastermind again because I live in the flow and the listening of spirit, but I am committed and not but. I am fully committed to this group, and this is going to be where I deliver the core of business strategy, business communication, leadership training, and everything is weaved with mystical essence, right? With energy work, with embodiment, with mystical understanding. So this is a community that I'm opening, and I am so excited for the opportunity to speak about it on a video, right? This is where I desire everybody who joins my mastermind to be at. You turn on the camera and you share your vision and you offer value. And then you inspire people to be a part of the loving learning experiences that you carefully curate for them. Now I'm going to take your questions. If you have questions, and you take the time to write your questions in the chat. If you're on Facebook, I will be able to address your questions later. But I would say the most tactical things when it is with your video is to set up a video space in your home that is always available for you to go, right? So I remember the very first video that I was filming, I had a little tripod and a little camera, not even my phone, just a little camera. And I was always ready to go, like I really built association that a camera is my friend, and not only my friend, but my deep ally here supporting me on the level of technology to get my message into the world, right? So associating your brain connection that the camera is here to support you, camera is here to uplift you. And then the second thing is the power of lighting. It's very important to choose a lighting that naturally highlights your essence. You are beautiful, just as you are. Beautiful. And it's time to really see your beauty, beloveds. It's time to see the beauty of every chapter, right? It's time to rediscover your beauty. And it's also time to discover the power of putting yourself together for a camera. I do not resonate with the sloppy camera appearances, where people trying to create, I don't know what the intention is. Maybe they're in the rush and they're trying to capture every moment they have, but it's actually, we got to remember, every video appearance is a reflection of your brand, right? Every video appearance is a reflection of your brand. So taking the time to groom yourself, what would you look like as an embodiment of your true self? What would it look like if you really put some thought around what's in your background? You work with what you got. You work with what you got, right? Before I moved into this house that gives me so much natural light that I'm inspired to create, this house has been manifested on the quantum level. And one day I'll share with you exactly how it happened. But I lived in this small little cottage in Laguna Beach where, the lighting wasn't really coming through. I had a beautiful ocean view, but inside the little cottage, the lighting wasn't coming through. And I only had one couch as my main filming space. But I remember becoming really creative, like, well, maybe I'll put a plant here. Maybe I just, bring the lightning here. So I have a light that illuminates me here. But it's very powerful, beloveds, to intentionally design your filming space. And you can become so creative with very, you don't need to build a whole filming studio. I mean, if you have resources for that, that's the vision that I hold, to really dedicate an entire filming studio. But for now, whenever I set the stage, I want to make sure that the light is streaming onto my face, right? That I wear colors that make me feel good. People make snap judgments on how you look. I promise you, I'm going to be an objective teacher who will remind you that. It's unconscious. We judge others by how they look. So when we put ourselves together from the place of, I want to represent my brand. I want to stream a particular energy. I really want to put some thoughts on how I look, how I sound, how's my energy is like. All of that matters. Does it take some time and intention? You bet it does. But you are here because this is your career. It's not a hobby. It's not a quick way to make a few dollars. It's a career. And if this is your career, how do you show up for your career? This is the level of conversation I like to have with myself. And I encourage you to take that on, to see, how it will be different for you. If you elevate the quality of your filming space, and your best filming space can be in nature, right? It takes me back in the very beginning when I was filming my videos. I was filming all of them in nature. Just make sure that you have a good microphone, right? Because if you're in nature, the sound of the wind can interfere with the quality of your voice coming through. So if you're in the nature, make sure that you have a good microphone. But nature can be the most beautiful filming space for you. The most important is to stay connected, find the content rhythm that really supports you, and be consistent. Be the most consistent person you know. And this is how you're going to build a powerful personal brand. I know we're going over in this session. I want to quickly remind everyone who is here tuning in about the non-negotiable importance of a personal brand. And what that is your reputation. Your personal brand is your online reputation, the essence of it, and how you make people feel every time they connect to your audience. I don't know about you, beloveds, but I do not follow leaders. I do not purchase from anybody who only shows up online when they have an offer to sell. I watch people's rhythms, and I engage with people who are consistently delivering generous, high value stuff. And then from time to time, just as consistently, they invite me to go deeper with them. Not my people, right? They don't disappear for 2 months out of the time when their promotion is over. What I inspire you, invite you to see is that consistency builds trust. Like in any relationship. Would you ever go on a date with somebody who was like pursuing you really passionately and then suddenly disappeared for 2 months and you did not hear from them? Immediately you lost trust with that person, right? Exactly. The same thing with our communities, with our online presence, level of consistency. And when you remind yourself that it can become fun, it can be joy. If you see your relationship with your online visibility is your practice of self-love, practice of self-acceptance. Did I see a question? I think I saw a question. Aluna, hi, beloveds. It just says, what light and equipment do you use? I use a very simple one, darling. I use my iPhone for pretty much everything. And then I use the latest version of a laptop because why? I want the best camera. Actually, on my iPad, I found that my iPad has the best quality of camera. So what I want the best camera, the best lenses, and I have just a ring light, right? And whenever you do a video, you want to make sure you want to be in front of the window, right? Even right now, look, I am facing the window and the light playing differently on my face, right? And then what you want to do, you want to work with the body. You want to find the posture that really supports you. Like right now, if you saw me, my legs are open. I am in the posture of my power, right? This is the posture that gives me a sense of authentic power, right? But and I hope it also reminds me not to slouch. Like if I lose awareness, I do a lot of this. This is a real challenge that I'm actively working on transforming. It's open up your back, open the back so your channel can open. And so this is the equipment that I use. You can really do a lot of things with your camera on your phone, right? And then a lot of times people will recommend for you to use an external microphone. I somehow keep forgetting about it. It feels like my laptop, the one that I just recently got like 3 months ago, this is the latest version of MacBook Air. The sound and the microphone that built in is just epic. So this is how I do it. And then the final piece that I'll encourage you to do, because we all have, you know, a unique relationship with time. Our goals become bigger every year, and the time feels like constantly eludes us, right? I do a lot of what it's called content repurposing. You know, my assistant, my lovely assistant, goes through all of my social media channels every 3 months and copy paste everything I've published into a Google Doc. So I actually have a content bank that I'm constantly cultivating. I mean, she cultivates it for me. But why I would do it? Because I want to see which content resonates with people, which was like really, really inspiring for people. And then I'm going to repurpose it. I'm going to say the same thing in a just a little bit different way, with intention that my transmission will be more clear. Maybe my energy will be more connected, right? So you don't need to think that you constantly need to pump out new content. It's kind of a challenging thing to do, right? But you can repurpose what you already created. You get to say your message in a new way, in the new way, in the new way, with new kind of energy, right? And that is why it's so powerful. So my call to action is to really consider, where would you be in 2023 if you had access to an ongoing feedback and ongoing refinement? If you had somebody like me to look at your offers, at your communication, at your expression, and offer you a loving but very direct feedback of how you can improve and upgrade the way you lead, the way you speak, and the way you serve, I bet you would grow at accelerated way. And this is why I'm opening a mastermind, and you can learn more, apply, and join us in the link that will come your way in a little bit. All right, beloveds, tomorrow we have one more session, and I think tomorrow is elevate your earning potential. Let's talk about money. One of the feedbacks that I got from somebody who recently applied to work with me, they said, Katerina, I really respect how you handled money conversation in your life and how you have a healthy relationship with it. And it was a beautiful compliment. I said, thank you. I really received that. Beloveds, I made a decision to never use money as an excuse for not going after my dreams. This is an old excuse. Usually humans, we use two types of excuses. We use excuse of time. I don't have enough time. It's not the right time. Or resources, right? I don't have enough resources. I don't have enough money. This is two most common excuses that we humans use. Where you come to a threshold in your life where you realize, wow, this is the time, this is my moment, you begin to ask yourself a very different question. And the question is, what is the cost of me staying at the current level of expansion that I'm comfortable in? You see, the level of comfort where we choose to stay, you know, it's almost like, what is the cost of remaining the same? There is always a cost. And what would it be like to say, I am choosing to elevate. I am choosing to embody. I am choosing to lead in a new way. That's a type of conversation I like to have. And on this note, 212, I am so grateful for your presence. If you stayed through the whole thing, or if you just hop in a few minutes, it's all right. My intention is to inspire you to see yourself and to see online presence not as the scary thing that you need to force yourself to do, but to see a unique opportunity that Wayne Dyer did not have. Oprah, when she started, she didn't have live streams, right? We live in an opportunity of global connectivity, and all it takes is a choice to stop listening to the voice that tells you you're not attractive, you're not that magnetic, your voice doesn't sound right. We all start there. And it's a choice to become magnetic. It's a choice to expand the range of your voice. It's a choice to be visible, because visibility is leadership. I believe in you. I believe that you and I are meeting for a reason right now. There is a reason. And I am so grateful that you showed up for this opportunity. Tomorrow, let's talk money, baby. Let's talk money, how to elevate our earning potential and why it's important, and how you can do it from the place of deep integrity, deep fulfillment, and deep service. That is a message for tomorrow. And I'm so excited to see you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.